Bro. Yo, people, welcome back to TOBS Take, man. Sorry I'm late. It's a busy morning for me, busy afternoon for me. I've been working, I'm grafting, you know how it is. Juggling a full-time job and juggling this content thing ain't easy. But I'm here, and I brought a special guest with me, Deluded. What you saying, man? You good?
I'm there, man. We're just talking off screen, man. Entering the Lions Den, man. We all know what happened today, bro.
Yeah, man. Lions Den for real, Lions Den for true. Woo! Where do we start, man? Smoky settings.
Where do we stop, mate?
Smoky settings. You're lucky I didn't even have a shisha pen. I might even buy a shisha pen tonight when I go.
Look at these first fans, man. Look at these sheets.
Smoky settings. Listen, man. Before I start waffling, man, bruh. 3-0. 3-0. Even the most staunch Spurs fan. To be fair, I've actually had a few people who messaged me their DMs and stuff saying how they predicted that Spurs were going to spank you 3-0. But I was taken aback. 3-0. That is a serious crashing, bro, man. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. Before we get into specifics, talk to me. What were your initial thoughts before the game started?
I thought we were going to lose. I ain't going to sit here and say I expected 3-0. I was saying 2-1, 1-0 to you lot. I thought we'd lose. You know, I think Conte's got the experience factor. I think your fans were going to make the thing rock. I think you lot needed to win. We necessarily just needed to not lose, which obviously didn't happen. So, yeah, man, prior to the game, I said it on my live stream. All I wanted was no regrets in it. Obviously, games can go either way. If Kane was to get a brace and Son was to score, they're two quality players, let it be because of their quality. But you know, congratulations to you lot in a nice way. I don't think you lot needed to be out of better than a 5 or 6 out of 10. We played into you lot's hand. We showed immaturity. I think you lot controlled the situation. You controlled your emotions. You did everything we didn't do. Even little things like you could see Kulusevski was going to get in handbags. Kane telling him shut up, and Son the same. Like we just capitulated, didn't it? We let the emotions get to us. Stupid mistakes. Harsh penalty, soft penalty is a penalty. Anytime you do things like that, holding, getting rattled. It's always going to be a mountain to climb in it. Conceding the third 90 seconds into the second half, just got smacked in it. Like you have to be honest, we got dealt with in it. Like, past the pad seconds, bro. Like it's simple as that. Got sauce. Simple.
Fair play. You know what? You're an honourable man.
You got it, but I can't be shameless. But I want to sit here and say no trophies and all them things, but it's all dead, fam. We got smacked.
Say it. I want you to say it.
This guy, fam. But yeah,
I got a reason to say it, so you give me a reason to smoke you. The thing is, I can't smoke you, but I'm gonna smoke your team, though. I'm gonna smoke your team because listen, I think obviously let's actually talk about the lineups first. Yeah, let's talk about the lineups first. So heading into that game, yeah, we heard the news. Yeah, that Bukayo Saka and Ben White hadn't trained. Yeah, they weren't picture training. But me personally, there was no doubt in my mind whatsoever that Saka and Ben White were going to be in the Arsenal squad. Like, Saka was definitely starting. I thought Ben White would have started, but fair play. He was on the bench. But there was no doubt in my mind whatsoever that they were going to miss out. So I was always preparing for this game. Of course, I'm not a player, but in my mind, when I was analyzing what was going to happen, analyzing our chances, I never imagined it without those two. So they were always going to be there for me. But what was going through your head when you see the news coming out like an hour before kickoff that Romero is out?
It's irrelevant to me, if I'm honest with you. Obviously, he's your best centre-back. He's a good centre-back. But as I told Arsenal fans when I was doing my live stream, it's irrelevant. You know, we've pulled off results without our key players. We've lost to teams like yesterday without their key players. So it's a bit irrelevant. Obviously, in-game, first 15 minutes, it was always going to be probably if we were to score that hand side with Davinson Sanchez and Emerson, or like you saw with Holding and Cedric. So it does boost your chances, but it's irrelevant. It's other players' time to step up. Sometimes that can go against you because you're not planning necessarily for Davinson Sanchez and whatnot, people. So yeah, man, it was a bit irrelevant to me, really, because I was just focused on the fact that I was just so fixated on counter-attacks because you're probably the best counter-attacking team, excluding the two obvious ones. I was just focused on that. Like, we just really played into your hands on top of self-capitulating. That's just the jarring thing about it, fam.
No, fair play, man. Fair play. And I think capitulation is the word that makes the most sense. And I think that's capitulation born out of stupidity. and born
Amen.
out of head loss on the occasion
Amen.
itself. So one of the things that I stressed to Turkish, and I'm going to stress it on the Big Six again tonight, is that payback was always in the back of our minds. Yeah, the way we went outside under Nuno in the game at the Emirates, like, I will not forget that match anytime soon.
Two
I still get
different teams, really.
I still get bantered today for what I did, and I don't regret what I did, because like never in my life have I seen my team 3-0 down to Arsenal at their ground in within the first 40 minutes. I'm sure maybe there'll be some stat nerds in here that can go check that out, but I can't remember the last time in my life I've seen that happen apart from this season. And I was just so disgusted. So for me, it was always a case of us not only doing this for top four, but just doing this to put some respect back on our name, man. Because for us to get dusted like that was peak. So I knew the importance of this, but one thing I loved about yesterday was the 12th man. Like, I don't know if you felt it as well, but
I fucking live in Edmonton, bro. I can hear them, bro. Like, I can hear the nonsense, bro.
I know, because you go to the gym, and you go to, I know what gym you go to anyway. I know what gym you go to. I know what gym you go to anyway. But you could feel the atmosphere. But even like 2-3 hours before kickoff, the atmosphere was bubbling. Like, the stadium was rocking. It was just jumping, man. And the tifo, just everything. Like, yesterday's atmosphere was tremendous. Like, that's the best I've seen it at that ground since I tweeted it, since we beat Man City in the Champions League. And I felt like our players fed off that, man. And I want that game to be an example for people who believe that fans don't make a difference. Fans absolutely do make a difference. And I think we created an environment where our players could get themselves G'd up for the game. And on the flip side, we created an environment where I felt like Arsenal players, certain Arsenal players didn't rise to the occasion, man. What do you think?
Your facts like that. Yeah, your facts. People crumbled. I think Holding, especially, you know, the fans played a part. He's getting into handbags with Son. He showed an experience, you know, that's what experience does for you. You know, we played into you lot's hands. It's just capitulation. And I mean, obviously that example is not the best for me, but if you flip it on its other hand, everything you're saying, I would apply that to the Emirates, and just in general, that's been one of our positives. I think games like that, people see how emotions, to be able to control your emotions, how much goals change games, how much your reactions change games. Football's a very emotional game at base level, and players are no different. And yeah, you're right, fam. You're right still.
Yeah, and you make a good point with the Emirates. I've been to that game twice, 2-3 times, and every single time we've lost. And every single time we've lost, I've gone into it thinking Spurs can win or draw, and we just get drowned out from minute one as well. So it makes a difference as well. But let's actually, so the home supporter side, which was fantastic. I felt, before we get onto your players, I felt our players, the first 20 minutes, it was even. I'll be wrong. It was even.
Yeah. That was the best. That was the only good period for us. But it looked like It looked like Martinelli might make something happen. Literally from the penalty, we crumbled. In fact, just before the penalty, we crumbled, bro. I remember I knew something was up, because I remember on the right hand side, you took a throw in and like 2 men didn't pick up. I think it was Højbjerg or something. I was like, yeah, you lot are not with it today. Yeah, just crumbled, bro. Like, I cut you off though.
No, it's fine. No, keep making your point, because the reason why I wanted to mention it is because that's what I was gonna zone in on, because what I'm hearing now is Spurs scored from nothing, this, that, and the third.
Who cares even if you did? That's what it's about, bro. It doesn't matter about none of that, bro. Because the thing that jars me is you lot controlled your emotions. You lot had to win, but you played the game, not the occasion, bro. We got excited. Like, again, I said I wanted no regrets, and just focus on beating Spurs. Just focus on the fact it's Spurs. Focus on winning your individual battles. We looked like we were just thinking about that Champions League place and what it means getting 90 minutes, and you could see it. Like, going into the game, I expected to concede. We have not kept a clean sheet. The reaction to that first goal, whether we feel it was hard done by, like I said, I think it is a penalty or not, the reaction from Mikel Arteta, as we've gone down to 10 men, not good enough as well. He's still trying to play like we're with 11. We actually are creating, I don't even like the word creating because we didn't do that, but we look more like scoring when we're down to 10 men and you lot are 2-3 up. It's just atrocious, man. Like, it's shambolic, bro. And the wickedest thing is somehow we're still fourth with 2 games in our own destiny, and you're not going to keep getting blazed, bro. It's
It's in
brazy.
your hands. It's still in your hands. It's still in your hands. We got we got to do our best to make sure it comes out of your hands. But anyway, on the game itself, yeah, the first 20 minutes. So for me, I was like, it's even Stevens, but I'm seeing positive signs from Spurs. For starters, yeah, whereas you lot got on the ball, I don't think I think, in my opinion, I think our midfielders played really well yesterday with 10 men, with 11 men. I felt Højbjerg was fantastic. I saw him make a couple of good interceptions in the first half. I remember on the right-hand side, we got in behind twice. So I think Tomiyasu played a really good pass to Martinelli on your side, on your left-hand side, and you got in behind on our side. But that was the only time I remember you lot getting in behind prior to that red. Before that, we got in behind twice. There was one pass from Højbjerg to Kulusevski. I think it was either Emerson to Kulusevski. Kulusevski was in behind. Then he tried to go 1v1 with Gabriel.
And then, yeah, the free kick was given.
Gabriel defended it really well, won the free kick. And then
the only good thing he did yesterday, really.
Yeah. And then the second time again, I think it's either Emerson or Kulu plays a pass. Højbjerg plays a throw in and then makes a run off the ball, and then gets in behind again. And all he needs to do is make a square pass to Harry Kane, and it's a tap in. But I think it was Tomiyasu, either Tomiyasu or Holden, who covered it well. So already I could see signs that, okay, cool, there's a little something here. The players are up for it. And then, so another point for me is every 50-50 duel that was there to be had, we were winning it.
This is my point. This is my point, because you lot went into the game. Obviously, we know the context, we know the ramifications for winning, losing, and drawing, but you just went in focused on winning. Fullbacks beat your wingers, etc., etc. We were too excited, and I do think whether you rate your players or not, that's where experience of the manager and as the players, because I know Conte got a yellow card, but you could see just calmness. We get too emotional. We've either got no emotion or got too many. You saw Arteta's comments after the game as well. It's just, everything was terrible, bro. Like you said, that was scaring me, because it's almost like these men don't watch football, you know. If we played a low block, got men behind the ball, you lot would struggle. So what did we do? We gave you lot hella space, and you know, you lot kind of gave us mercy in the second half. That was what was jarring me. What was scaring me is, I'm not going to say I knew Holden was going to get sent off, but you knew something's going to happen between Holden and Cedric. What you're doing with you're just fouling him, bro. Like, that was going to happen there. We've got mistakes in our team anyways. You know, the back lines at 6s and 7s. Like, I watched the game again. In the build up to that penalty, someone's going to score, you know. Cedric is unaware of Sessegnon. Holden is focused on Harry Kane. Gabriel's just in la-la land. These are things you can't do. And I think that's the experience where Conte's been on the block. He knows what he wants to do and things like that. And if you're not scoring goals, you can't really concede. We're going to be in a dangerous scenario, as you saw. Brazy.
100. And I want to zero in on that point as well, on that right-hand side, because for me, that looked like a recipe for disaster. I saw that and I said, great. Rob Holding and Cedric there, great. I thought one of the best things about your win against us at the Emirates was the fact that Tomiyasu contained Son. And for me, you want to put your strongest fullback up against our best wide man. But I guess Arteta obviously felt that Kulusevski was enough of a threat to put Tomiyasu on that side, and we took full advantage. One thing you mentioned was about the fouling. Within the first 5 minutes, Son had already spun Rob Holding like twice.
Amen. So why is someone that's what I don't understand? Has Arteta told Holding to get tight and make those fouls? Is it just something? Because for me, you could even tell Saka, get tight. If he spins you, then you've got Cedric and Holding. And I think that's the difference. As much as it's about the managers and stuff, the players, or my players, had the inability to manage themselves. They didn't react to setbacks. They didn't start well. They didn't just do the basics, just basic talking. Look at Son's goal. You know, Kane, we could talk about Kane and Gabriel's defending for that and El Nene's, but Son's just made a run. He just simply bought a raffle ticket and he's won the raffle. No one has sensed on the edge of our area. No one has smelt that danger. It's just basic competencies and street smartness. And I don't like to use the term young and all these things which are relevant, but yesterday it's just stupidity. Like, it's just gutless, it's spineless, and it's stupidity. It's just a terrible day at the office. And for me, that's what was annoying me about Arteta. There's just nothing wrong with saying that. You can, by all means, get at the ref and things like that, but away from that, we didn't do enough. And if we know as Arsenal fans the refs are against us and all of this, like, I do think shoes on the other foot, we're not getting that. Do more in it. Control the variables you can control. It's just all in sour taste, bro. Like, it's just you lot rose to the occasion. We bottled, really and truly, in all aspects.
I agree, and I think even in the lead up to the pen as well, people are saying this. So we'll talk about the decisions, but even in the lead up to the pen again, if Cedric doesn't barge Son because he's not looking at the ball, Son's that's a free header for Son.
Oh,
That's a free
Cedric,
header. He's knocking that into the net. So
if you played Sunday League, you know what Cedric did. Like, it's a soft penalty, but doesn't mean it's not one. Like, you get away with that on another day. You're not going to get away with this.
And you know, and let's talk about the decisions as well. Let's talk about the decision. In fact, before we talk about the decisions, I want to talk about Ryan Sessegnon as well, because a lot of people are going to now say, "Oh, you're playing with 10 men, etc., etc." But I was watching the game. You were watching the game. Even before the game, you lot were reduced to 10. I can't remember when he got sent off. Wasn't it like the 20? I can't remember.
Like 22nd minute,
22nd minute. So
like that.
I remember Bukayo Saka tried to run at Cess twice before that, and he didn't really get any change. I like the fact that our wing back on the left hand side was quite aggressive with Saka. That's what you need. On the right hand side, obviously Emerson Royale. I don't think he had a bad game, but Martinelli was jugging. I can't even lie. Martinelli was jugging. But I think the problem with Martinelli was that
it's Getty, man.
The problem with Martinelli was that, like, okay, cool, you've beaten Emerson, but then you have to beat Davinson Sanchez. I felt like, and big up Dan Coogs from Touchline as well, Touchy Gooners. He said it this morning, and I listened to their pre-match analysis on the Wednesday, Thursday, and they're all saying that Emil Smith-Rowe should have started, because where Martinelli gives you the sort of touchline threat, you're gonna essentially have to beat 2 or 3 players just to make your impact. Whereas if you're operating in the half spaces and you get a fullback to stretch us and take Emerson away, and then you're isolated with Sanchez 1v1, then you're more likely to make something happen.
But then with that, bro, like, obviously you got a back 3 in it. Like, you're gonna ask you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. You're gonna ask Emerson to go. Emerson logically is gonna go forward more. So I could see why we done that. For me, I just think we overcomplicate shit. Like, I don't know. I think we should have went with a back 3, stunk up the place. Like, I would have loved doing Emre to just manage that game. We should have just went with a back 3. You know, low blocks, be difficult to break down, because again, for me, it's just when I saw the space in the midfield, I was like, yep, we've lost this. Like, you haven't done your homework on Spurs. Like, you just rocked up here, tried to do the Arsenal thing where we're doing the Mighty Duck stuff. It don't work. It's not calculated enough, man. Like, and it's for me, it's the young players can make mistakes, and I'll give them a blight. It's experienced dons, and you lot clearly did your homework. Cedric, again, I'm not even surprised. Son didn't really do much against him, but he ripped him. Same way Harvey Barnes did. Same way half of any decent player does. Arteta really shows some tactical naivety at times, in my opinion. In games like this, he just showed it. Like, you did not. Of course, I wanted to win, but you were just too gun-ho, too excited. Didn't play it down a bit. Just didn't play the game. You played the occasion. It's jarring, fam.
Yep. And big up this comment from High Tech as well. He says the young excuse doesn't make sense when the experienced players keep screwing us.
Exactly.
So, yes, it's a young team, but surely from an Arsenal perspective, it's mad to me that, like, experienced pros. Rob Holding's 26 years old. Cedric is what, like 29 years old. Like, you should know this Holden guy, who I've seen some of your fans gas up in recent weeks as well, because he's actually had some good performances and whatnot, and he's lost his head. He lost his head.
Rattled for what? Like, you just got you rattled yourself. That's what annoys me, because, like, take nothing away from your performance, but when my team lose, I like to look at my team first. If I can answer the simple question, like, you know what, Conte, Spurs, they did their thing. Fair enough, they were the better men, which you were. But it's not just a that thing. We capitulated, like, absolutely capitulated. People couldn't keep their heads. People, like he said, experienced players. But are you surprised though? Like, Cedric's been doing this. Like, every game Cedric plays, even when we win, he's been shit. Like,
he's rubbish.
I can't get mad at certain man anymore. Like he said, it's the experienced dons. All I can say to the club is that Arteta's bet on these guys. You made your bed, you lied in it. This is your squad. So when they do well, which I'm not going to sit here, I'm not going to be reactionary. The very fact that Arsenal are still in the top 4 hole, I have to give credit to even the shit players, because you've at times come in and done something, but certain men show their levels, bro. Like, that's one thing with Arsenal, and I think fans do it and the manager does it. We start romanticizing things, start putting players at levels they're not, and then ultimately you get results like this. It will be forgotten about. It'll go on a little 4-5 winning game, gas up the ting again, and repeat, rinse and repeat, really and truly. And obviously, someone made a comment about the goal difference. Of course, if you can't keep clean sheets, what we're not doing, and you're not necessarily scoring, it's bracy. Like, It don't make
100,
sense, bro. Like this is
100,
football. It's not Formula One. This is simple shit that we're talking about. Like it's crazy,
100,
man.
100%. We played the game. We did what we needed to do. You lot played the occasion, and I think you let the occasion get to your
Street
head.
smart.
You let the occasion get to your heads. Our players, they did what they did. We put in some really good performances as well. But yeah, I want to talk about the decisions as well, because
Go on.
that Cedric one, yeah. Now, I, for the life of me, can't understand why people are arguing against that being a penalty, because it is a penalty. Just because it's not been given much in the past does not mean it's not a penalty. The whole purpose of VAR is to expose some of these decisions that referees have either missed or have been getting wrong for years. Now, I know the push from your one was more aggressive. Well, it wasn't even more aggressive. It was similar, something similar. So you lot played Man United a couple weeks back. Played Man United a couple weeks back. You literally got a penalty for the exact same thing.
Fight me for saying this, man.
Alex Tellers literally nudged Saka in his back. It's a foul.
Literally,
it's a foul. And
literally.
and rightfully it was given as penalty. It was so stupid from Tellers. There was no street smart to it. Like sometimes you see some defenders, they give a little tiny nudge. This guy has just flat out taken him out.
Cedric's looked. That's where it's done. Like you can see it. He's looked, he's done it, and then it's not even that, it's the reaction. He's looked straight at the ref. He didn't try to do the holding thing, which didn't bang, where you just act naive and run off. The guy was guilty. It said it all over his face, bro. Like, you know, it's a soft penalty, but for me, it's a penalty. If that's on the other foot, I don't think we get it.
But you did get it.
No, I'm saying in that 90 minutes, I don't think we get it at White Hart Lane. I don't, but it is a pen. I don't think we get it, but it is a pen. I can't argue with it. Like, you know, and again, Arsenal fans were even fighting with me on Twitter. I'm thinking you're fighting with the wrong guy. You need to fight Mr. Suarez or Paul.
Fight the players, yeah. This is what I'm saying. Fight the players.
And that's what annoys me about it, yeah, is fair enough. If people believe, or specifically Arsenal and Arteta, if you think there's a conspiracy against us, if you know you're not going to get decisions, double down on the variables you can control and don't give the decision to make. If Cedric does not do that, hell, they might have scored, and I might be a hypocrite in saying, why didn't you make it difficult? Fair enough. But if you don't do that, me and you not having this conversation about that. Simple
100.
as that. It's crazy, 100. Man. 100. It's crazy. 100. Like, it's a penalty. Soft penalty doesn't mean it's not a penalty. It's a pen. The build up to that penalty is what I'm more pissed off about as well.
Exactly. No closing down from Kulusevski for the cross, and you've got literally 2 3-man queuing for that ball. 2 3-man queuing for that ball.
Their man are there, bro.
Their man are there, ready to eat. Talk about
literally.
Feasting. But let's move on to the second big decision of the day. So Rob Holding, experienced head, Mr. Turkey. Obviously, he's got his new hair, he's got his new hairline, but he had a disaster. He had an absolute mare. For starters, why he's trying to get that touch tight to Son, he's gonna spin you every single time, and he was spinning him every single time. It took the referee so long to book Rob Holding. He fouled Son like 2 or 3 times.
He's done it like 10 million times, bro. He was gonna get sent off one way or another, bro.
Just fouling him. He's not, and the thing is, he weren't even. It's not like he was trying to be cute, but he's literally outright just rugby tackling this guy or just fouling him. And there was even another one as well. People are talking about, VAR should have sent off Son for an elbow. I don't even think Son fully elbowed him. Son was getting up. He's just saying, like, get off me. But
I can't lie. I think I think it'd been tough, man.
Yeah,
Son done a little something. I can't.
Yeah, listen, maybe if he did a little something cool, maybe
handbags between them, man.
Maybe you can make a case for that. But there was another pick I saw the first time he fouled him. This guy's literally booted Son in his back, and nothing's been given. This guy's booted Son in his back, and
I don't know what Holding was on yesterday.
So
I don't know what he was on, man.
So I don't want to hear any complaints, not from you. I don't want to hear any complaints about the red, because the second yellow card offense that even got him off, that should have been a straight red. A man, he knows Son is coming behind him, and he's literally he's done that. He's whacked him in his face.
And this comes to street smartness, bro. Like we said, you gotta be cute, especially in VAR. You can't bust these cases. Holding's being a dickhead, and that's what pissed me off, because obviously defenders do that and they get away with it. But you've done a madness to Son, and for me, bro, the ball's kind of shit into him. Like, you're gonna deal with it. It's that particular pass it wasn't going anywhere. Like, you got sent off for no reason, and you've made an even more impossible task harder. You know, obviously, I see it with Mane, I see it with Son, I see it with Kane. You've got to be a bit clever. We're too nice in them incidences. Even the way you're surrounding the ref, Kane straight away, ref, what's all that about? These are the sort of things. Like, for me, I don't really business about the refereeing decisions. I think the ref was, for both sides, he's giving fouls that are not fouls, but the two major decisions, he got them spot on. I just care about the fact of the build-up play, because I'm not blaming Xhaka, but Xhaka's lost the ball, and then you lot have put up a little spell together. The crosses come in. Let's ask ourselves questions rather than do this Arsenal thing of blaming the ref and all of these things. In fact, you could even blame the ref if you applied yourselves, and it was a thing where we did everything, ref did us dirty. We were shit. We just got to be honest with ourselves, man. The ref was dodgy, but it was shit, and we're crying about these things every day. So for me, you've played football, double down on what you can do. Refs are beaky, bro. Just double down on what you can do. You didn't do anything. In a nice way, I would, you lot were quality, but I'd give you a 5 or a 6 out of 10, and that's not to praise, to belittle you lot. That's actually to praise you lot, because you didn't have to do much. It was a professional performance. You lot got the third goal, that was rattling me. I was like, raw, like, I'm 27, I've grown up battering these lot. These men are giving us mercy, bro. Like, they actually stopped caring. I'm seeing Kulusevski, you lot are like, yeah, we got Burnley on the weekend. Hey, we're getting ripped, bro. Like, man are doing nutmegs. You have to take it, but it's like, raw, like, what you man on? You lot didn't do homework on this team. Like, I'm not watching Spurs religiously, but some of the things I spoke about pre-game and we've been speaking about rang true. So the hell are you lot doing at the Emirates and all these things where you've got all data and coaching stuff and all these sort of things? It's crazy, man.
I think I agree with everything you said, apart from one. I'm not giving us a 5 out of 10. I'm giving us a 7 out of 10.
No, you was that. I'm saying in a sense of you didn't have.
I get what you mean. We didn't get out of first game.
You played into your hands. None of your kicks are dirty, fam. Like,
I agree. I agree. It became a really comfortable after that. So we were 1-0 up, and then after that red card, it became a really, really comfortable game for us. I felt like if we wanted to, we could slash you open because of obviously the one man.
I thought it was going to be 5. I honestly thought it was going to. That's why I was like, Conte's my guy. He just done all right, cool. We'll hold your back to the 3-0 thing. I thought we was holding a mazzoline, boy.
I think we created something like 5 big chances. We missed 3. And then even the first half as well. So obviously Kane gets the second goal, but then even after that, I think Dyer clips a ball in behind Sessegnon. All he has to do is cut it back, and it's a tap in for Son. Second half, Emerson Royale misses his chance.
Shows why he's a fullback, clearly, isn't it?
His chance. Yeah, Emerson Royale also has another header that Ramsdale makes a really good save for. So it was elementary stuff in the second half. Like, it was just to keep the game ticking, to keep the game flowing. But really and truly, there's not much more I can add. I felt the midfielders for us were really good. Bentancur played well. Højbjerg was fantastic. I felt
so rather than you buy people in January, crazy.
Yeah, I felt our defenders was really good. I think Dyer played well. Davies, quite a consistent performer under Antonio Conte, has to be said. Sanchez coming out from the cold into the team, and he looked nervous the first 15-20 minutes. I could tell on that side, that was the sweet spot for you lot. That side with Emerson and Sanchez, that was the sweet spot for you lot. But obviously, he grew into the game, and of course, the extra man helps. And then, of course, I think the attack, they did what they needed to do, man. Sessegnon did what he needed to do against Saka. That's 2 back-to-back good defensive.
Yeah, good little turn of form for him, man. Hopefully, he makes something happen for himself.
Yeah, so and exactly, and I hate to harp back on it as well, but listen, the fans were phenomenal as well. So I'm giving the team a really good rating. I'm giving the fans a fantastic rating, and I felt
everything was perfect. You won 3-0, you didn't concede a goal, bro. Like, there's nothing for the analytical team to look back on. Like,
it all gelled together. Like, the fans brought the energy, and the players fed off that energy and put it into their performance, and we've come away with a result that we fully deserved. So I want to ask you this as well now. Yeah, top 4 race. Yeah, 1 point gap. 2 games to go. We play before you, by the way, mind you. We play Burnley on Sunday. Yeah. If we beat Burnley, which I'm expecting us to, then we'll be in 4th by 2 points. What level of confidence do you have that Arsenal will see this out?
boy, how long is it? I can only be as confident as things you showed me, innit? I've been very, and I've caught a lot of heat. I've been very vocal on our level of defending, and I'm not happy to concede 3. But it's like even when we was keeping clean sheets, people were not saying anything, and we've been disastrous. Prior to the game, I'd said we'd lose, but I was more confident playing you lot than Newcastle away. Considering what happened, what does that throw? I mean, I am as a fan not confident at all, but it's the players. At the end of the day, if some of you lot do not get Champions League football for Arsenal Football Club, you will never touch Champions League. You somehow, for like a 10th time this season, you have it in your hands, which probably means you're gonna fumble it. You know, hopefully you lot can have some dodgy lasagnas and things like that, but. Boy, I don't know, you know, we might be in pole position, but it's like being in a lane. People are out to overtake us. So you can't really say we're favourites, really. Like, with the way we're playing, injuries haven't helped us, qualities of players. Now people have been suspended. You know, who the fuck is going to be in defence at Newcastle? What is going to be our defence? This is where I got at Arteta, because I didn't understand the Ben White thing. You know, I hear Ben White's got his way back from injury, but for me, as an ignorant fan, it's irrelevant. Once they're in the match day squad, it is irrelevant. You've passed the fitness test. God forbid, if something happened to Cedric or someone, you would have been thrown in. So I didn't understand that one. I didn't understand the back 3. I didn't understand not bringing on Ben. I didn't even understand Ben White at not playing right back. I didn't understand going to a back 3 immediately with him. It's just naive. Like, he was just on the bench for show and tell. It didn't make sense. And then he was getting warmed up at a second, then he stopped. We just showed naiveties, you know. And that's the thing about Arteta. It's like, when he's meant to do things, he doesn't do it. He'll just randomly, like the Brighton game, he'll randomly just mess up the midfield. When you actually need to tweak things, he doesn't tweak it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And when we, ironically, same scoreline, Crystal Palace should have, Tavares played, should have made Xhaka help him. Xhaka was flying forward. Yesterday, we didn't tweak to a back 5. You know, again, if anything, you lot needed to win that game more. We could have taken advantage of the spaces. So naiveties across all aspects, from the players to the manager. So I can't be confident. You know, Arteta can give the fighting talk. If you want it, it's there, innit? Because there's question marks if you fumble it, bro.
100%. And one thing that really shocked me, I was so surprised, is that when you lot went down to 10, all the gas I've heard from your fans about how, when we go down to 10, we put up this wall, you shall not pass, all this nonsense. We saw the games at Anfield.
Them Arsenal fans, I ain't heard that. That's some bullshit.
No, trust me, I've heard it. We saw the games.
Yes,
we saw the games at Anfield away in Wolves, and I just didn't understand why you just didn't adopt that same method straight away. But as soon as you're down to 10 men and you're 1-0 down, you know what type of game it is. You have to try and contain us, and then pick and choose your moments when you can try and counter. I felt Nketiah, poor lad, was chasing shadows from start to finish. I felt that with 11 men, and I felt that even more so with 10 men. He was a small boy compared to the 3 centre backs that he was playing. I think
he was one of our better players. So what does that tell you about us?
Exactly. There was one period where he actually beat Davinson Sanchez in the air, chased the ball down, and was able to place. I think he placed a shot that Lloris saved or tipped over. I think him and Odegaard, and May aside, I don't really think you had many like good performances.
I'd say him and Martinelli, man. I think Odegaard was soft yesterday. Pause. He's my guy, but you weren't on no crud yesterday. You were shit, man. You had a little shot that didn't leave the ground, same as Saka. Saka, I'll give you the luxury of you've got us in this position and you got an injury, but you got pocketed. Nah, man. And then the thing is, it's just Eddie and Martinelli. And even that, I can't praise man for working hard. Like, really, that's the minimum, really. It's nothing to do with them. It's just them two. Tavares off the bench, not that there's a long period. If Tavares has played better than you, you know you haven't had a good day at the office. Myth. Absolute myth.
Yeah. It's techie. It's techie. It's absolutely techie. I'm looking at you now, and it's like Gabriel. I don't know how long he's going to be injured for. Rob Holding is obviously suspended for 1 game. And it's like now you may potentially have 1 centre back. Obviously, Tomiyasu can play centre back. We know he can play centre back, but then that means you have Tavares and Cedric playing at fullback. And Newcastle's last home game of the season as well, they will want to go out with a bang. So
the way I'm feeling, you might as well slap Saka left back now, man.
Yeah. Is that what you want?
Because, bro, obviously he's our most attacking threat, but bro, maybe it's because of the way I see football, but you need to not let goals go in the back of your net first. I know it's a drop-off, but we're conceding too much. You might as well just slap him left back, you know. Is Saka going to left back and bringing in another attacker, either a Pepe or Martinelli over there in the Smith Rowe? Is that more of a drop off than Tavares or Cedric or whoever the Chuckle brothers? That is Newcastle. Respectfully, Newcastle are going to put us under a lot more pressure. They're going to be direct. They're going to be long. They've just seen that we've got smacked in that. Might as well, man. It's a back three settings. Play Saka at wing back. That's the sort of thing I'm looking at now, man. Like, I didn't understand Tomiyasu left back, yesterday. Like, I would love Arteta to explain that one. Like, I get the logic, but I don't. What was the point of that? Pre-game, I said, bro, you need to put your best defender or your best defender available against your best attacker. You said it at the start of this live stream. So, obviously, Arteta knows more about football than us. He's a manager, but I'd love to know the decisions. I'd love to know why you did that. I'd love to know why you reacted the way you did at 10 men. I'd love to know about your post-game comments, man.
Yeah, he was, and yeah, that's what I guess that's what I want to finish off with. But let me more on Spurs as well, man. Harry Kane, the king of North London derbies, a brace for him. Son, 21. Bro, you can.
I'm getting beaten up here. I'm dying. I'm struggling. Like, but son, I got nothing else.
Son, 21 Premier League goals. Listen, we got to take what we get. To be fair, right now, Son, 21 Premier League goals, one of the top goal scorer this season, man. The 1-2 punch at it again. Listen, I gotta give them the dues, man, because a lot of people were questioning Harry Kane. Obviously, his form wasn't the best coming into this game, and whilst I don't think he had a vintage like Kane performance, his job is to score goals. He's a striker in this team. Your job is to score goals, and he's got us 2 goals. He's got us 2 goals, and to cement his status as the highest goal scorer in this fixture as well. And then Son, one off Mo Salah. I'm backing Son to get top scorer this season. I think he's got the bit between his teeth. There's 2 games left. He knows what's in his sights. I think
he's swear on his daughter's life that he scored.
See, that was Kane, and he did score that. Yeah, none of those books. That was Kane, and he did score that. He did score that.
This comment here about Deluded, I'm as down as you, but let's have some faith. I've got faith as hell, but I'm not gonna have blind optimism, bro. If it's raining outside, what am I gonna tell you, Sonny, for? I'm as confident as you show me.
My guy,
it doesn't make sense, fam. Like, stand up to be counted. I'll have confidence, bro. Like, if there was any Spurs nerves going into that game, i.e., the fans, they were quickly quashed because of how you saw the players play. It's like we are, like you saw yesterday, we are our own worst enemy. Somehow we've gone from whatever August was to whether we do it or not, talking about top 4. I don't want to be that guy, but for me, I'm not even looking at that defeat to Spurs. I'm looking at the 2 games against Palace, the 2 games against Brighton, the game against Southampton. We capitulate before. That's why, as much as I pray, we can praise Spurs, even though I don't want to, bro. You have to look at your own performance. We're capitulating, bro. Like, some of these players, I don't know. Some of them can't fight, won't fight, or don't know how to fight. Some of them don't know the fuck's going on, bro. So I'm confident, bro. But what is confidence? That shit's subjective and relative, bro. I don't know about that.
Listen, we'll see. We'll see what confidence is on this week, on the Sunday and the Monday. Not just for you, but for us as well. So big up King Deuce as well, all the way from the States. He says, big fan from USA. Can't wait for the Big 6 show. Big love and respect to both the channels. Big up. Yeah, Turkish is gonna get it, man. He's going to get smoked.
What did you put on your Instagram about? You're getting pina colada.
Bro, I'm getting my ingredients ready. Trust me, somebody's getting. It's gonna be a murder scene tonight. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a murder scene tonight. Trust me on that one. It's gonna be a murder scene. But listen, let's talk about the managers now, because Antonio Conte. I've been doing obviously doing the previews earlier on this week, and I was telling people that this guy has been a revelation for Spurs. Of course, he's made mistakes. But he has lifted the spirits and lifted the standard at this club. And I was told, oh, he's not done that well because he lost this game, he lost that game, he lost this game, he lost that game. He made mistakes here. Conte isn't perfect, but he has been fantastic for Spurs. And I think he emphasized that again yesterday. And whilst Arteta's done well for Arsenal this season, I'll admit it, he's done well for Arsenal this season. When you look at the position you're in, and when you look at the football, the type of football you've played at times this season, etc., I don't get where he got off complaining at the referee yesterday in his press conference. Yeah,
I do, but look, as I said at the start, look inwards, bro. Just say all I wanted to. Obviously, managers can, like, we're always gonna pick apart what they're saying, but bro, look inwards. Like, by all means, bitch about the ref, do all of that, but look inwards. At no point did you say we're not good enough. We weren't good enough. It's okay to just say that, bro. We were shit. Well, obviously can't say we're shit, but you get it. Like, just say we weren't 30. That's it. Just say we were second best. That simple. You can moan about the rest. When you do all this obviously he's trying to do the Wenger thing. I'm going to protect my players publicly, privately, get onto them, bro. It's not that thing now. You know, it's silly. Moving like Klopp is silly. Yeah, exactly that. Stop bitching. Because before you talk about
yeah.
the refs,
Focus on the last 2 games. Focus on the last 2 games. He's still in your hands and he's losing his head. He's losing his head.
It's too much passion. And again, a team is the reflection of a manager. I like what Arteta is doing, but good or bad, it's reflecting of you. I'm looking at it as the players can control their emotions. Conte got a yellow card, but do you look like someone that's controlled their emotions? Conte did, you didn't. Like, bro, play the long game. It's crazy, man.
He was saying, "No, if I say what I'm going to say, I'm going to get suspended and stuff like that." But we've literally just spoken about it. The decisions.
So don't talk, then, man.
The decisions. Speak to your players. Don't speak on the referee. The decisions are the decisions. Like Antonio Conte. I'm not sure if you've seen his press conference, but he said, "Listen, he thinks Arteta's done well. He likes what Arteta's doing." But stop your bitching. You're bitching.
Your man is bitching all the time as well, but he's right. He's fully right. He's right. Shut up and just do your thing.
Our man, but the thing is, our man is not. He's not bitching about decisions. He's bitching about the state of our club. He's saying he wants the club to improve. Conte is saying to Arteta, stop bitching about matches that don't go your way. Your job.
But the thing is, you got to look at why he bitches. Arteta, as much as I like him, he's a spoiled kid. He's been given a silver spoon. He's been given one of the biggest jobs in the Prem without a CV. So all he knows is moan. He don't really know get onto it. As you've seen, I keep saying, anyone that's played Sunday League, you know referees are shit. Control the variables that you can control. If the ref was shit and I could say, you know what, Arsenal played superb, Kane, great player, Son, great player, did a madness, fair play. But nobody can say that. Isolated from the ref, who won their individual battles, who did well. 3 goals, clean sheet. Man are coming off after the 60th minute, you know. Yeah. You can't talk about the ref yet, as incompetent as refs are. I do think the little decisions for both teams were going against the ref. The 2 big decisions, once again, he got spot on. We done stupid shit. We won stupid prizes. Like... what's there to say, bro?
Facts. I mean, so I asked you for your opinion on top 4. I'm going to give you my opinion on top 4 before we end this, yeah? I'm going to end this now. So I believe we're getting top 4. In my head, we're getting top 4. I said that last week. I said that the week before. I said that the week before. Yeah. I firmly believe Spurs are going to get top 4. I think we will beat Burnley on Sunday, and I think you will drop points to Newcastle on Monday. I don't think you'll lose to Newcastle on Monday, but I think it will end a draw. And I think a draw plays into our hands perfectly, because if we beat Burnley, we are 2 points above you, and then if you get a point against Newcastle, then we're 1 point ahead of you. And I will take that 1 point advantage heading into Norwich last game of the season, and then whereas you have to play Everton. I believe we're going to get top 4 now. I think we've got the momentum, and as easy as some Spurs fans think the game's going to be on Sunday, it's not going to be easy. Yeah, we've got a pretty good record against Burnley at home. We've dusted them the last 2 seasons, but I'm not taking anything for granted, because they're literally fighting for their lives right now.
Nah, they're getting smoked 3-0 in the first.
It's going to be a difficult game. It's going to be a difficult game, but we're going to win, man. We're going to win. Yeah.
This is the fucked thing, man. I mean, this is what top 4 is about. You know, the battle of inconsistent sides is crazy, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. And this is my boy Wes as well. He says he's pick up yourself, bro. He says that he likes the way you speak. Sorry, there's noise in the background.
Mine, man. Appreciate that, Wesley, man.
Yeah. But anyway, listen, Deluded, thank you for jumping on, man. I don't really think I have much more to say. I'm saving. I think I'm saving all my juice for for this evening. I'm gonna have way more to say.
I'm gonna be tuned in, because that's a crime scene, man. Every week, that's a crime scene, man.
It's very hard to banter you when you actually have similar opinions to mine and you keep it very level-headed. So, honestly, big up yourself, man. I wish you the worst of luck for the rest of the season. I wish you the worst.
The game, you man too as well, man. The game's the game. I hear it.
But listen, people, there's 450 of you lot in here, man. Please make sure you smash a like. Please smash a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to the channel. I'm like 80 subscribers away from 8K. So please
come on, people, get up, man. Come on.
Simple. Just push the subscribe button and push the like button as well. And then, of course, I've tagged Deluded in the title. You all know who Deluded is. You know him more than you know me. So if you're not subscribed, go subscribe to the channel and go check out his shit as well, man. Yeah. Anyway, bro, what have you got coming up this weekend?
I'm probably going to do a watch along for the FA Cup final. Obviously, literally right now, I'm going to be live with Statman Baines. Obviously, I'll do a watch along for Newcastle, Arsenal on Monday. I might do something on Sunday. Do you know what? Top 4 watch. We might. Nah, I don't want to watch Spurs Burnley. Nah, I'm not supporting Burnley because anytime Arsenal start supporting the people playing against you, we start bottling. I learned that from Liverpool. So yeah, man, I'll have some watch alongs. Just pre my YouTube and Twitch people. There'll be something there, man.
Perfect. Well, I think there's not much more to add, people. Smash up the like, subscribe to the channels if you're not subscribed to the channels. I'll be back tomorrow morning. I got a wedding tomorrow morning, but I'm going to be back really early because I want to preview this Burnley game properly. And then on the Sunday, I was meant to be at the game actually, but I don't think I can make it anymore. But we'll sort something out. We'll do a post-match reaction there. But people, thank you for tuning in. Take care, peace out, and up the Spurs.
I don't know about that.